gotcha. I gotcha. You heard a V8. No, it was this stupid thing. But don't tune out, because I'm going to share with you some math. I'm going to answer some questions that so many of you had, but at the same time, so many of you were totally on board and understanding with why I pulled this Prius thing off, which I get was like triggering to so many people. What's crazy is like 5 years ago I bought one and nobody cared, and but nowadays just so much hate and anger. Let me just give you a little heads up and bring everybody up to speed. We don't hate Priuses anymore. What? Wait, slow down. We don't. And here, let me explain why. Because we did. But then the electric cars came out, and the electric cars took over. And all the horrible drivers now drive electric cars. And all the self-righteous, save the planet, I'm better than you people. Well, guess what? They drive electric cars now. And Prius people are like the V8 of the economy, fuel-efficient cars, because it has an engine in it. An engine that sucks gas, that actually has 220 horsepower. And it's not saving the planet, according to the electric car folks. This thing is an abomination. It's anti-electric car, despite the fact that it is both gas and electric. It has the best of both worlds. And this new body style actually looks decent, but the electric folks are not happy that we are destroying the planet with this horrible Prius. So keep in mind the days of the past where we hated the Prius folks because they drove too slow. Now you've got 220 horsepower in a 3,500 pound car. And this thing actually moves. This thing actually gets up and goes, but you know, it's still a Prius. So I get it. I get it, folks. I understand why you hate it. But what I want to share with you today is some math. Because I've had some comments, and a lot of people frankly ask me, how in the hell can you justify taking on a new car payment and say that that saves you money? And I get it. There's a reason why that question comes up. It's because there's an app on the iPhone, every phone, even Android has this, that is called the Calculator app. And that Calculator app does some magical things. So I'm going to pull mine up and share with you some math so you can understand why getting this car saves my Challenger. It saves my Challenger from getting beat up more, depreciating more, getting destroyed more. And the calculations I'm going to give you don't factor in the massive per mile depreciation that I'm taking driving 500-600 miles a week in the Challenger. It's not accounting for the $1,500 to $2,000 in tires that I've already gone through, and I will go through again in short order, rapid fashion, because those tires aren't meant to last forever, or as long as tires on this car, which will probably last me as long as I own the car. Oil changes approaching $200 at the dealership versus this thing where I have zero maintenance costs for the first year, and after that it's so inexpensive it's not even worth calculating in to or factoring into this whole mathematical equation. But the Challenger is a whole different ballgame. The opportunity of having no cost for repairs, or no broken windshields, no rear end collisions, which I've had like 2 or 3 in my commutes, and not worrying about what happens to this thing, not to mention the theft. They are welcome to steal my Prius, because I'll just go get another one. No big deal. Put it on the credit card, right? It's not my one of 200 Challengers that I have. And yes, that Challenger is one of 200 on the planet Earth, in the 6-speed manual in the Sublime Green. So I was killing that thing. So let me explain to you the mathematics on why this car is actually not only paying for itself, but it will pay for my Challenger, because I won't be paying close to $1,000+ a month in fuel alone on the Challenger in my daily commutes. Now, a lot of you understood this, but the math will shock you. Now, I'm in California, and I get it. Brad, you should move. It's California. It's horrible. I'm not leaving my mother. I'm not leaving my mother-in-law. No offense to my mother-in-law, but that'd be easier to do. And I'm not leaving all my friends, my amazing friends, people that have meant the world to me, like downright family to me. I'm not just leaving because the politics of California suck. I am not going to do that. Plus, I like having 300 out of 365 days, or 360 out of 365 days of sunshine when I can drive my car, and I love going swimming in our pool on Christmas Day. I mean, so get yourself past that. But gas prices are stupid here in California, and I'm reading them right off of today's gas prices at a mobile nearby. Premium unleaded, which is required to go into the Challenger. I have to put premium in there. That's $4.52 a gallon today. Now with my Upside app, not sponsored, I just use it. You should too. I'm getting back 18 cents per gallon. On regular unleaded, it's $4.13. And mid-grade is $4.32. Guess which one I can put in the Prius? Well, it's not premium. I don't have to put in mid-grade. I can put in the cheapest, crappiest, watered-down gas at the gas station, and that's regular. So that is $4.13 versus $4.52. Now I get back 17 cents a gallon on the Upside app at $4.13. So I'm just saying, this is like a big difference, just that alone. Now let's do the math. It costs me about $40 to $47. So I'm going to go with the higher number, $47 to fill up this 11.3 gallon tank on this Prius. I've got between 30 and 40 miles of electric range every single morning when I leave the house, right out of the gate. So I'm not using that. And that has equated to about 600 to 630 miles in range. So I'm going to go off the lower number, but I definitely got, on the first tank of gas, was about 626 miles in range out of this car, based on a full tank of gas and using the electric. I'm not going to factor in what the electricity costs because it's negligible, because this is a tiny battery compared to a Tesla or another EV, but you can figure in yourself that maybe it costs me an extra, I don't know, $20 or $30 or $50 or $100 a month to charge this thing at my house, which I can charge at all kinds of places that I work at for free as well. But let's just say it's $100 a month. It's negligible. We're not going to calculate it in, but you can if you're really, really nitpicky. So here's the deal. Out of $47 to fill this thing up, I'm going to get, let's just round it down to 600 miles per tank. Worst case scenario, let's say I'm drag racing the Prius and I'm burning tons of miles and blowing through the gas. I'm going to get 600 miles in range in this plug-in hybrid. That's pretty insane. Now, let's contrast that with my Challenger. My Challenger, I've got an 18.5 gallon tank. It costs $83.62 to fill that thing up. And depending on the gas prices on the day, it could be worse. Takes premium, and I'm going to get 200 miles per tank. Maybe I get 220, but really it's a manual transmission, so it's not going to be as fuel efficient as a lot of your automatics out there. And with my lead foot, it's just not going to get good gas mileage. So I'm going off of what I average is about 200 miles per tank. So if you take $83.62 times 3 to get 600 miles in range, the same as the Prius, that's $250. If you divide my $47 into the $250, then you've got 5.22. So let's just say five fill-ups in this Prius before I am at $250. So that means for $250, I would get 3,135 miles for $250 on this Prius versus 600 miles out of the Dodge Challenger. So let's do the math. In a week that I do between 500 and 600 miles per week, in my Challenger, I would spend, let's just say, a minimum of about $250. Now I'm spending between $40 and $50 to fill this thing up, and maybe $10 per week for electricity, or $25 per week for electricity. So bottom line is, I've saved, let's just say, for easy math, $200 this week alone. The first week owning this thing. The second week I'll save $200. The third week I'll save $200. So you can do the math. There's $1,000 right there that I save. Now, if I take that $1,000 that I'm not putting into the Challenger, and I just put it towards the principal balance on my loan on my Challenger, this Prius is paying that thing down. That's before I calculate in the IRS's 70 cents per mile for business mileage, or if I don't use this for business, for my own private company that I have as well, and I just get reimbursed from my company, I'm still looking at making an extra $800 to $1,200 per month on mileage reimbursement. So this math is downright insane how it works out. And I definitely encourage you to try to tear this down. If you deduct now from the $1,000 a month, we got to say I've got a $325 payment on this Prius. So $325, take that off of that. Now I'm at like around $700. So let's be fair. So I'm still to the profit. I'm still to the good on this thing without figuring in all the oil changes I got to do almost every other month in that Challenger, tires that I got to replace at least once per year, at best, once per year. Now, we also got to figure in the down payment on this car, because I did put $2,000 down because they had a $4,500 rebate on this thing when you lease it. If I divide that by 36 months, it's an extra $55 per month. So the reality of it is let's just say I've got a $380 investment in this car. I'm still profitable. I'm still making money. I can go on and on. Now, there is a humiliation factor. There is some humiliation that comes with this. I rolled into the Hyatt Hotel, beautiful, fancy hotel in Indian Wells, California, and where the guys know me. They love my cars when I go rolling in. They become friends and my remote family to me. I love them. But there was a new kid working the other day, and I came rolling in the Prius, and no valet guys came out to greet me. Nobody came out to open my door for me. Nobody did those things that they always do. And I'm okay with that. No big deal. But it was strange because I wanted to park my car in valet. Nobody came out. So I got out of the car, opened the door, and this kid goes, can I help you? And I was like, yeah, I'd like a ham sandwich on rye with some of that spicy mustard, maybe some red onions. And he goes, I'm sorry, this is valet. I go, I'd like to park my car. And the kid goes, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were a delivery guy. And then I said to him, what'd you think I was delivering? Seriously, did you think I was doing DoorDash? Think I was delivering people? Did you think I was delivering a pizza? What'd you think I was delivering? Because I stay here all the time. And the other guys see me and they go, Brad, how's it going? Hey, man, where's your Challenger? And the kids just sweat. And I go, dude, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. I'm taking this car back tomorrow. But I was downright just dying laughing on the inside, because that's what happens with this thing. Even one of my old videos on my old Prius, the one I had back in 2019, 2020, I even did a video where I showed myself pulling up the valets and nobody coming out, because they assume you're dropping people off or something, or delivering DoorDash or something. So there, I don't know if you can put a price on that. I mean, maybe you can. But here's what's really cool, is anytime I want, for example, yesterday, I wanted to drive my Challenger. So for work that day, since I wasn't going to 100 miles away, 200 miles away, I was basically local. I grabbed the keys off the key rack by the garage, grabbed those keys, and just decided I'm going in the Challenger. And today, I'm taking this thing back to the house, and it's Friday, and we call it Lamborghini Friday, because every Friday, unless I'm traveling, I drive the Lamborghini, and I don't care. I mean, I get to do that. So that, of course, skews the math just a little bit, because I am going to put gas in the Challenger. I am going to put gas in the Lamborghini, and that is going to cost a little bit of money. But that is fun money, and that is money that I pay for that experience, like paying to go to Disneyland and riding a ride. You do that, you don't expect to get anything out of it. But when I'm just working, just going out there working and on the phone the whole time and not really enjoying the fun of the car, it's this thing solves the problem. This is my office. This is what I work out of, and this is making me money. So with that, everybody, let me know your thoughts. And sorry for another Prius video, but you know, had to do it, had to answer the question and show you I can keep going through different scenarios in this mathematics. And I'm going to drive this thing to Vegas next month, and that's a 400-mile trip. Do the math on the gas there and what it costs. It's way, I don't want to fly. Those of you who say, why don't you fly? I don't want to fly. I hate flying. But I have to do it too much, and I don't want to do it anymore. And if I can have my own car, I will. So every time I look at the mathematics behind this thing, it's paying for itself. It costs me nothing. So with that, please like, subscribe, comment, be nice. I know it's a freaking Prius. I don't need you to talk shit. I don't need you to be nasty. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.